Every single day, this savory powerhouse pushes out over 30 tons of chewy rice cakes and enough spicy sauce to drench an entire city's worth of cravings. But behind the fiery red bowl of Korean Tteokbokki lies a process far more industrial and far more fascinating than you might expect. What began as a street snack in post-war Seoul is now produced by the ton, precision-engineered for consistency, texture, and taste. Tteokbokki, spicy, chewy, addictive, is more than a comfort food. It's a cultural icon. Once sold from roadside carts and bustling markets, it's now exported globally and found everywhere, from frozen supermarket aisles to upscale Korean restaurants in New York, Paris, and Sydney. And at the heart of it all is one humble but powerful ingredient: tteok, the dense white rice cake that forms the chewy foundation of the dish. It starts with rice. Not just any rice, but glutinous short-grain rice, prized for its high starch content and sticky properties. Factories typically source this rice from regional farms in Korea or neighboring countries like China or Vietnam, depending on demand and season. Shipments arrive in bulk, whole grain, milled but not yet polished. Each batch is tested for moisture, grain length, and amylopectin levels, a key component of that elastic chew. First, the rice is washed in large rotating drums. High-pressure water jets remove residual husks, dust, and impurities. Once cleaned, it's soaked in massive stainless steel tanks for up to 10 hours. This soaking process is crucial. It rehydrates the grains and primes the starches for the next step: grinding. The soaked rice is fed into industrial stone mills or high-speed wet grinders. What emerges is not rice flour but a smooth, sticky rice paste called tteokgaru. This thick slurry flows into holding vats where it rests before steaming. The paste is then portioned into trays and moved onto conveyor belts leading into automated steamers. Here, in chambers reaching temperatures above 100 degrees Celsius, the paste is cooked until it becomes a malleable dough, soft yet elastic, fully gelatinized. Inside climate-controlled kneading machines, the dough is pounded and pressed until it achieves the ideal consistency. Timing and pressure are everything. Too little, and the cakes won't bind. Too much, and they lose their springy texture. Once ready, the hot dough is extruded through die-cut molds into long cylindrical rods, the iconic tube shape of tteok. Some are made thinner for stir-frying. Others are cut thick for soup-based dishes or sliced diagonally for frozen packs. As the warm rice cakes exit the extruders, high-speed blades slice them to uniform length. Every piece is measured down to the millimeter. The cut pieces then move through a rapid cooling tunnel where chilled air brings the internal temperature down quickly, locking in texture while preventing microbial growth. From here, the tteok is ready to be packaged, frozen, or paired with sauce. But tteok alone doesn't make tteokbokki. The soul of the dish lies in its sauce, a bright red, spicy sweet glaze that clings to every bite. Factories prepare the sauce in parallel, in mixing tanks large enough to hold thousands of liters. It starts with Gochujang, Korea's fermented red chili paste. Rich, tangy, and slightly smoky, it's combined with sugar, soy sauce, corn syrup, garlic, onion extract, and sometimes anchovy stock or kelp concentrate, depending on the recipe. These ingredients are heated and blended until the sauce thickens. The emulsion must be smooth, glossy, and stable enough to withstand freezing and reheating. Food scientists monitor viscosity and flavor intensity using refractometers and taste panels. Some sauces are tailored for export markets, slightly less spicy, slightly sweeter. Others stick to the classic formula that scorches the tongue and lingers long after the last bite. Once cooled, the sauce is either packed separately or combined directly with the rice cakes in prepared meal kits. Automation ensures perfect ratios. A measured weight of tteok, a calibrated pouch of sauce, and in some cases dried garnish like sesame seeds, scallions, or dehydrated fish cakes. These kits are vacuum sealed and sent through blast freezers that drop the temperature to -18 degrees Celsius in under an hour, locking in freshness while extending shelf life for up to a year. The entire process, rice to tray, can happen in under 24 hours, yet every step is monitored with almost surgical precision. Optical scanners catch deformed rice cakes. Pressure gauges maintain optimal kneading force. Metal detectors screen for contaminants. Batch codes are logged and traced from ingredient intake to final box. Once frozen and boxed, pallets are shrink-wrapped and moved into cold storage. From there, they enter Korea's dense logistics network or head to ports for export. Temperature is maintained throughout transit. Refrigerated trucks, chilled warehouses, insulated containers. Even the packaging is engineered for performance. Multi-layer pouches that resist puncture, block UV light, and retain moisture balance. While large factories handle massive volumes for global chains and retailers, small-scale producers still exist. These artisan workshops often steam their rice paste by hand, knead with traditional wooden paddles, and mold tteok in wooden boxes. Their products are sold fresh in markets, still warm, still fragrant. For many Koreans, this is where nostalgia lives. Yet even in the industrial world, the essence of tteokbokki remains remarkably intact. The chewy bite, the spicy hit, the glossy finish. It's a sensory time machine, evoking memories of street vendors, plastic bowls, and windy nights by the Han River. And while machines now shape and seal what hands once rolled and stirred, the emotion in every bite endures. Today, the tteokbokki market is diversifying fast. There are cheese-filled rice cakes, cream-based sauces, carbonara tteokbokki, rose tteokbokki, vegan versions, low-sodium blends, and fusion flavors featuring curry, miso, or black bean paste. New shapes, new colors, new heat levels. Innovation is constant, and factories must adapt with new molds, new emulsifiers, and new global certifications. Yet despite all the changes, one thing remains the same. The heart of tteokbokki is still rice, heat, and time. From a starchy grain to a chewy rod, from a thick red paste to a fiery meal, this is Korean food engineering at its most comforting and its most calculated. So the next time you tear open a pouch of tteokbokki, microwave a tray, or order a plate from a food truck, remember this. What seems like a simple street snack is the end result of tradition, technology, and a whole lot of steam. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the factory life of one of Korea's most iconic dishes, give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the foods that shape cultures, comfort nations, and travel far beyond their roots. Got a favorite tteokbokki flavor? Or another food you'd love us to explore next? Drop it in the comments. We might just make it our next feature. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay hungry and stay curious.